If I had a nickel for every time there was a genuinely good, highly faithful video game adaptation based on one of the most successful franchises of all time that happens to have Jack Black sing a song midway through that became the focal point of the internet for a couple weeks, I'd have one nickel because the Minecraft movie is fucking terrible. But yeah, these movies seem to be fundamentally very similar. So why does the Minecraft movie get the bad rap? Why does Minecraft seemingly get all the shit while Mario at least gets some praise? Well, execution. These movies adapt their games in entirely different ways that you might have not noticed on your first time watching these things, but I've watched these movies plenty. Believe me, I've seen them plenty. And there's just one problem with Minecraft that Mario absolutely soars in: expansion and confidence. In that very first teaser, we see a perfect example of expansion. Bowser is pulling up to his ops in an airship. Pretty typical way to open a Mario story, if you ask me. Seems like we're in for a standard Mario Brothers affair. But it isn't just an airship, they expanded upon it. Now Bowser is piloting a massive magma island that drips massive geysers of lava from the bottom. This is perfect adaptation. It would have been so easy to just rip the airship model from New Soup Wii and polish it up with some Illumination budget. But they didn't. They changed the source material to improve the movie. This lava airship gives Bowser an immense sense of power and intimidation. The first scene of the movie shows this with the clash between the raging reds and oranges of Bowser's ship to the softer blues of the Penguin's kingdom. It fully enforces the idea that Bowser is a bit of an overcompensating little bitch that blows up anything or anyone that says no. And this is portrayed much better with an entire volcanic continent that flies rather than just an airship. This theme of changing up the source material to improve the film actually transfers extremely well into the midway fight of the movie between Mario and Donkey Kong. Not only is this a pretty fun fight, even if it's a bit fly-swatty, something I could say about all of the action about this movie, but hold up, take a look at this setting. A fully Donkey Kong themed arena treated as basically a Super Bowl field for the viewing Kongs. Because, yeah, it makes perfect sense for Donkey Kong to be a bit of a cocky shithead. That's how his personality has been portrayed in the games, and it's a complete crash with Mario's humbleness, I guess is the word, and him being the star of a massive fighting arena is absolutely perfect. And the arena itself was completely made up for this movie. In no Super Mario or Donkey Kong media, to my knowledge, have we ever seen a Donkey Kong themed arena used for fighting. This scene invents something completely new that still fits with the source material to fit the scene they were shooting for. It isn't just new characters or settings that don't feel intertwined with the games at all, nor is it just cobbling game elements together to barely fit the scene they were going for. We'll get to you, don't worry. This kind of stuff is all over this movie. Fireflower Fields is a great expansion of this power-up being intended as a native plant to the Mushroom Kingdom. It's really awesome, and I like the scene a lot. The cemetery for dry bones during the first scene where Luigi enters the Mario world, it's genuinely pretty cool. Various Mario items being gifts at the fairy tale wedding! It all connects and feels like they genuinely put good research and thought into this film. Now, is the plot for this movie good? No. The actual adventure of this supposedly action-adventure film is fucking terrible, and just gives us looks into scenes that we will never be graced with. We see Bob-omb Battlefield and Toast Arena in the same 20 seconds. That's not a great sign. Overall, if there is a single thing I'll give Minecraft, is that it probably has the better quote-unquote pacing of the two. They do give the adventure scenes much more time to breathe, so even if the scenes themselves are absolutely terrible, I can at least give them the benefit of the doubt that they give the scenes actually good time to sit. Alright, fine, I'll talk about the shitty one. Consider everything I've said so far about Mario and basically simplify it to the point where it loses everything that made it work. Welcome to the motherfucking Minecraft movie, where our main protagonist, Flint and Steel. I can't say his goddamn name anymore. It's just every single time, it's a brain rot term. Where our main protagonist, Check and Drop, slurped into the world of Minecraft, where everything works exactly like Minecraft. You know how the main complaints about the Sonic movies is that they're kind of just their own original stories with Sonic elements put over it? Well, Minecraft kind of has the exact opposite issue. This movie is way too attracted to extremely specific game elements, and is way too scared that the target audience will be too dumb to understand this is the thing from the game. So instead of having some confidence in your writing and naturally conveying these game elements into scenes that make sense with them, they just kind of made Jack Black's entire script the Minecraft encyclopedia.
Flint and steel.
The portal dimension.
The nether.
The woodland mansion. It's an iron golem. Diamond armor. Full
This is a crafting table.
Elytra wingsuits.
There were certainly some expedition dumps in the Mario movie, but did it have to be this unsubtle in Minecraft? This movie is also completely demolished by its first act by forgetting that we don't care about all the characters that aren't even in the games. With the Mario movie, its first act works. I don't love the first act, but it works well enough because we are at the very least following Mario and Luigi's, pretty bare bones, emotional struggle. And these are at least pre-established characters that already have set personalities that can be adapted to a script. We already know these characters, and thus it's more exciting to see how their personalities are adapted to film, because that is what makes an adaptation fun, seeing pre-established things you already know about being given movie-level polishing quality. This is all built up for me to say, holy, I don't care about any of you. Most of these characters are played by solid actors and actresses. Danielle Brooks is especially great, and I'm glad she's being put into real movies. But these characters aren't from Minecraft, and aren't interesting in the slightest.
Fuck you!
And Garrett are at least entertaining enough to the point where they're a tolerable duo. None of their scenes are actually funny or emotional, but it can get me to the point where I can just kind of sit back and accept that this is the scene I'm stuck watching for the next 3 minutes. Watching this movie really makes you realize that Minecraft should never, under any circumstances, be a movie. This game's story bits are way too spread out and few and far between, and there's basically no characters at all, to the point that I really think a mostly episodic TV show, with occasional plot-relevant episodes similar to your Gravity Falls and Rise of the Ninja Turtles of this world, would work much better. No matter how slow you make the pacing, a movie just feels weird for a Minecraft adaptation due to its limited runtime. It's not even fully this film's fault, it's just a problem from the very concept of a Minecraft movie. There's also a huge gap when it comes to the smaller and slightly less important aspects of these films, the visual and audio. Yeah, I'm sorry, we have so much proof that a colorful video game getting adapted should practically always be animated. Because Christ, Minecraft doesn't look that great. It's not bad, even if some of the designs didn't transfer over the best. Look at you, tofu-looking ass. But it really doesn't have any pop to it. Like, the visuals are so flat. There isn't a single scene in this movie that visually wows me besides the Nether. Which, considering they didn't even have the final battle take place there for some reason, doesn't really matter. Not even saying the Mario movie is like a visual masterpiece or anything, but the hyper-cartoony art style lets so many scenes flourish. Once again, the Fire Flower scene goes absolutely hard. That first scene we get in the Mushroom Kingdom is honestly one of my favorites visually. The final battle with the brothers in Star Mode looks really nice, even if they absolutely should have set the final battle at night. Why are video game movies so scared of that? And Christ, don't get me started on the soundtrack. The one thing I will relentlessly glaze about the Super Mario Bros. Movie is that its soundtrack is by an absolute landslide the best out of any video game movie. I don't understand why video game movies have this sick obsession of using pop culture songs that were popular in 2018, when the franchise they're adapting have some of the best music ever composed. Seriously, what the f*** are they doing at Paramount with the Sonic movies? Like, 4 remixes of Sonic music tops, and most of them aren't very good. Mario, however, despite a few kind of lame pop songs, fully embraces the series' phenomenal music. Like, we got SNES Rainbow Road up in this. Hell yeah, dude. A genuinely ear-melting remix of the Superstar theme. A dark and imposing remix of the Underground theme from the first game when they're exploring the abandoned pipe room in the sewers. These remixes are all over the film, and they are completely perfect. Getting an OG Mario composer to come help with the OST was the best move they could have made, and it ended up with a fantastic soundtrack in my opinion. What the fuck are we doing, Minecraft? Minecraft movie soundtrack once again shows how little confidence this movie truly has. one half-assed remix of the main theme, and as far as I am concerned, that is it. Minecraft is genuinely such a phenomenal soundtrack with complete bangers, and if they were remixed well, could genuinely improve my thoughts on this movie by at least 2%. And I understand that the composer of the original music doesn't like the higher-ups at Minecraft very much, and if he genuinely said no to a bucket of cash for the sake of his own integrity, I can respect the hell out of that. But, first of all, there is Minecraft music they could remix that isn't just C418 music. There's plenty of modern songs that I'm sure with some good composition could fit some of these scenes. It just takes effort, and that's kind of the underlying theme for me. Minecraft movie lacks effort. Obviously, it does have effort put into it. Even if I don't like the live action idea, these sets are extremely well done and manage to actually fit with real people a lot better than I'd expect. The actors and actresses are once again great, but it feels like from an actual adaptation standpoint, it doesn't feel like they tried at all. I'm sure people have said this before, but this movie genuinely feels like they turned on a Minecraft any % speedrun in the writer's room and then proceeded to write a single draft for a script. When writing this video, I aim to ask the question, what is the purpose of this movie? The Mario movie has a lot of storytelling flaws, but felt like it had a set goal of doing these characters justice and expanding on fan favorite elements. Minecraft movie doesn't really feel like that. It feels like they just wanted to make a dumb movie to turn off your brain to, which, let me remind you, Minecraft is all about creativity. But seriously, Minecraft doesn't feel like they cared to do such a wonderful game the justice it deserves. It doesn't feel like they did a whole lot of research. It doesn't feel like they wanted to use any game elements creatively. It doesn't feel like they wanted to make a Minecraft movie. It feels cynical to say, but it feels like a movie made completely out of the desire of money. Let me rephrase the question. What? What did the Minecraft movie add to the world that fans of the original game love? What did it do that gave players of the series a different outlook on one of their favorite games? What did this movie do? As far as I can see, nothing. Hello, wonderful people. Thank you so much for watching. This is your not quite daily, but, it's pretty common Santa Claus yap into a mic session. Yeah, I'm sorry uploads have been pretty slow lately. It's just, school starting back up again, a lot more responsibilities than I did in the summer, stuff like that. I do have 2 really big videos in the works as well, so uploads will be, extra slow. But the videos I have in the works right now is a ranking video of every Kickstarter-funded episode of Death Battle. I talked about that in my last episode. And a re-ranking of the tracks in Mario Kart World. I think that is something I really want to do. It's probably not going to be for a while, but that's okay. And, speaking of Mario movies, Nintendo said, yeah, screw you, Cluff, and threw in a teaser for a Super Mario Galaxy movie in the latest Nintendo Direct. I think it looks, pretty solid from the, small little teaser we got. Obviously, the music sounds symphonic still. I still love Brian Tyler's score for the Mario movies. But yeah, I definitely need to see a bit more of that before I can make a concrete decision. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time.